and welcome to NatFun, a live-recorded tabletop role-playing adventure game where the dice and a few friends tell the story. My name's Jackie, and I will be your game master this episode, and I'm joined by some familiar voices.
I'm Matt, and I'll be playing Nicky Nichols, you filthy animals. The the enforcer rabbit.
My name's Dan. I'll be playing Speedy Pete, the squirrel. I guess what was his role last time? He was a gearhead. Get a new role tonight.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm very excited to introduce, once again, our guest, Dicey Vim. Welcome back to the show.
Yay.
Hello, it's good to be back.
Lies.
Today I will be playing Lady Poundcake, the delightful Sphinx cat that was previously a grifter. We'll see how her roles pan out today.
And where else can people find your content, Dicey Vim?
So I stream on Twitch as Dicey Vim. You can check us out on Mondays. We play board games, and Sundays we play spooky horror games. Twitch.tv/DiceyVim. Come hang out.
Nice. Are you going to do an episode as Lady Poundcake?
I might have to. I might have to after this comes out. Absolutely.
Big glasses, fur boa. It's fine.
Dead possum boa.
Depends how the auction goes.
Question mark dead?
Yeah. That's how it's written in the book.
So I'm a big board game fan. What is one of your favorite board games you've played recently?
I've really been enjoying Pergola. It's a gardening kind of sim game. It's competitive, but it also doesn't have to be. You get to organize different plants and critters, as well as lanterns and other things along your garden to try and score the most points over your opponent. It also includes a delightful waterfall that you could definitely hide a hideout behind.
Them foam
Nice.
rocks.
Was that the inspiration for the grotto?
A little bit, yes.
What's your favorite spooky game that you've played recently?
Well, we did just recently beat the White Palace in Hollow Knight, and so that was exciting because that's towards the end of the game, and it's a very difficult platforming challenge where buzzsaws are everywhere for no reason, and you have to dodge them. So it's the horror of platform dodging.
Oh, no.
But I will say for a more true horror answer, one of my absolute favorites was Parasocial. It's a game about a VTuber that gets stalked on the internet. So it hit close to home a little bit in terms of also being a PNG tuber.
That's a way to not go to sleep ever again.
Sleep? What is sleep? Does it even
Yeah,
exist?
who does that anymore?
They're crazy. Yeah, I'm not crazy. They're crazy.
We mash buttons or we do math rocks? What are you talking about?
Right? Only math rocks. The dawn will not stop us.
That's a good name for an episode. I will write that down. All right. Now, today, we will be playing, once again, Critter Force 5 by Groove Games, which is a game about an all-star team of squirrels, raccoons, and every other kind of critter conducting dairy heists, assaults for acorns, and literal honeypots, all while trying to keep their inner ferociousness from ruining the mission. The core mechanics are based on the Breathless system by Fari RPGs, which utilizes a standard set of polyhedral dice that decrease in value every time a skill or item is used. If you ever wanted to play Reservoir Dogs or replace Tom Cruise with a chipmunk, now's your chance. And if you want to check out Critter Force 5 or more from Groove Games for yourself, you can at groove-games.itch.io, where they have a variety of games and supplementary resources, including many for Grimwild, a streamlined character-driven cinematic fantasy RPG. We'll have a link in the show notes and on our website, natfunpodcast.com. Now, the mechanics of Breathless are quite simple and dramatic, which is why we love it so much here at NatFun. All of our players have made cuddly critter criminals and matched their talents and skills they will need to pull off a heist. The skills include fight, move, slick, talk, think, and tools, made up of a variety of 4 to 12-sided dice. And whenever a critter rolls a dice to use an item or for a skill check, that dice value decreases for their next use. So a D10 becomes a D8, to a D6, and then a D4. If they roll a 1 or a 2, they fail, and bad stuff happens. On a 3 to 4, they succeed, but it's complicated, and on a 5 or higher, they succeed without issue. Plus, anytime they roll below a 5, they can take on stress points. If they get enough, they run the risk of going feral and being taken out of the game. But they can lower their stress and reset their dice values back up to their highest value if they allow themselves to succumb to their wild instincts and wild out, which is probably a bad idea for professionals conducting a tedious operation. Now, they also have some fun extra talents and things that they can do, but we'll let that happen in the episode. So before I launch into our synopsis, how many stress points did all of you take last episode? I'm just curious what we got to.
3.
Yeah,
Nikki.
3 out of 4?
I have 2.
Ah.
Yeah.
And when we wild out, we only we cut 2 of them. We don't cut all of them, so they still can hang
God.
out.
Nice.
Yep.
Gotta eat some ice cream.
Now, last session, our 3 critters had a job to score some icy cold treats for Randy Raccoon. But setting foot into Half Foods Market was the easy part. They had to spot the goods before they could steal them. Trying to get a better vantage point, Nicky Nichols hopped up on a display case of oranges. But just like Jack and Jill, he went tumbling down into the sticky hands of some excited kids. So he did what he was born to do, even if he hated it, and turned on the adorable bunny charm. His soul may have died a little, but he got away. From there, Speedy Pete took things over, and with Lady Poundcake's help, created a shopping basket tank to scurry across the store. That is, until he ran into his brother and his muscle, the terrifying pooch, Ervic. Fortunately, circumstances kept the rival crew busy as the Ferocious 5 hid in the boxes along the aisle until the coast was clear. And although they didn't expect worldly travels on this adventure, they needed new disguises. And quick! Always one for costumes, Lady Poundcake led the fashion revolution and the whole crew adopted sombreros. But it wasn't long until they had to move. With everyone on her back, Lady Poundcake climbed up on top of a nearby shelf and started wiggling her booty to make that perfect aerodynamic jump. Except she didn't account for one thing. Gravity. The critters and shelves came crashing down. But as luck would have it, the fall sent them right towards the prize, the freezer section. With the help of some bunny rope, some cat-pulling power, and some sticky bubblegum from a squirrel, they were able to access the treats. And Speedy Pete used his leather jacket to glide over to a fire alarm, creating a diversion and giving them time to sprint to safety. So, critters, are you ready to get paid?
Yeah.
Get those tokens.
We need that air conditioner.
Who needs the monies?
All right, so we ended last session bursting out of the doors of Half Foods Market. And what do you see in front of you?
That's it. It's an alleyway, side alley, and it's actually pretty clean. This whole neighborhood development is quite well kept, so it's not like puddles of mystery fluid. It's actually like washed and hosed down every, once
They
a week.
call
or
it
something, so-
gentrification, all right?
And even the dumpsters, they have that dumpster cleaning truck come and clean the dumpsters like once a month, so they're not even that gross and disgusting. And all in all, it's like a very sanitary alleyway.
And you spy, halfway down that sanitary alleyway, Randy Raccoon's dumpster.
Isn't that convenient?
To the convenient greenhouse.
Yeah. Let's
Well-
dump this stuff before it becomes puddles.
Well, Nikki, you know Rocky.
Yeah.
Or not Rocky, sorry, you know Randy.
Yeah, I know him too.
his twin brother.
Yeah. Rocky Randy, he lives in a blue dumpster. He's all into recycling.
That's across the street.
Yeah. It's not a big alley, But, yeah. So we better hustle, and he's still got the sombrero full of all the ice creams and so forth that they took. And he wants to sell this stuff before it gets too hot on the market, if so to speak.
Or the pavement.
Yeah, that too.
as you walk over towards the dumpster, or run up towards the dumpster, you get there and you don't see Randy. So I'm going to throw this one to Lady Poundcake. What do you do to summon Randy? Is it like a call, a knock? Like, what do you do to let him know you're there?
Yeah, she can definitely give a howl. My first instinct was have her to just absolutely beat on that dumpster.
I love that.
Do the full SWAT knock.
That's awesome.
She's the muscle, so yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. As you start pounding on the side of the dumpster, you hear from inside, "Hey, I was sleeping in here!" And then the lid pops up, and sure enough, Randy Raccoon scampers out. Lid kind of doesn't slam, but lid closes behind him, and he stands right next to the dumpster. "You got some cool treats that quick?
Yeah.
You did good.
Good crew.
Show me the goods."
All right. Does anybody want to take a little off the top before we sell this? Because I'm keeping the carrot cake stuff real quick. Otherwise, we're good.
I'll try some.
Do you want me to go back in the dumpster while you have this conversation? This
No,
is
you're
really
good,
awkward
you're
right
good.
now.
I think everybody got a little something. Lady, do you want anything? Or you just want the coin?
I'm fine just giving this to the gentleman.
No, it's Randy.
Hey, I like you.
I got one of those popsicles that's actually more vegetable than sugar.
Yeah. All right.
So
That sounds
Here.
pretty good. All right.
All right,
so
all
what
right.
we got here? We got
Hold
some
your
Coke.
horses. Hold it.
What?
You did good. But I've got someone I want you to meet. And he scampers up the side of the dumpster, climbs in, and then you see a series of little raccoon paws slowly raise the lid gently, and out comes the boss.
Oh.
Chubby, older raccoon with a slicked comb over and a large lollipop that he's kind of like balancing and playing with in his lower lip.
Nikki takes off his hat. The boss. Be respectful, ye heathens.
I appreciate that you show me respect on this day. And he kind of looks down at the pile of treats that you guys brought. Look at this bounty you have brought to me. I hate vegetables, but you's passed. And he grabs the boxes, and you see that lid all of a sudden on the dumpster just whoop, all these sets of hands hold it open. He tosses them all into the trash, and then the lid, boom, slams back down. Now, Randy's told me about you three. The Ferocious 5 you calls yourselves? That's smart. Leaves people always expecting more. That's good. Now forgive me. I'm not gonna lie. This was small time. A test, if you will. I've got a job that I need a skilled crew for. And he kind of like moves the lollipop around in his mouth, and he starts to talk a little more like this. Something big. Think you can do it? And he drops a paper wrapped roll full of token that slowly rolls towards where the pile of treats had been.
Wow, that's gonna sleep with the fishes good.
This is just the payment for the test. There's a lot more token in it for you if you take this job.
And Nikki's gonna look at Lady Poundcake because she's, kind of in charge and stuff. She's the muscle, the brain, the so forth and so on. So he won't speak for her. He knows better.
She'll lazily walk up to, or I guess I'll lazily walk up to the pile of coin and kind of rifle through it, paw it a little bit. Make sure he's not like hiding anything worthless in there if we only accept a token. She'll turn and give Nikki a nod of proceed.
The boss says the boss should talk.
And he moves the lollipop back over to the other side. Tonight, just off Main Street, in that small historical hotel, there's an auction. Estate sale, they call it. From a wealthy benefactor. I heard there's gonna be some utilitarian equipment, sure, but also rare art. Specifically, a piece by Spanksy, street artist, activist, anarchist, depending on who you talk to. But somehow, this small town got a piece of his art, and I want it.
Which piece is it?
That, I don't know. But you've seen his style, right? Graffiti,
course.
street art.
Of course.
It pops.
Also, the stuff with the crayons I saw, that's not it. And the paints.
No, this is Spanksy, not IHOP.
Oh. I might have had a carrot cake. I don't know. Yeah. You keep talking.
Speedy Pete's gonna be like looking back and forth between everyone, just kind of awkwardly nodding as if he knows what everyone's talking about.
Just like me in real life most of the time. Think it over, if you need to. Randy will fill you in on the details, but this is a risky job. And if yous get caught, I've never seen you before in my life. You got it? And if I find out you said my name to anyone, you'll be sleeping with those dumb fishes in your pond. Capiche?
We don't even know your name. No one told us your name. Don't tell us your name. Then we can't say it.
But how are we gonna come back as for the job if we don't...
And he takes his little raccoon fist and kind of pounds twice on the side of the trash can, and you see those raccoon hands pop out again, and then a raccoon gets lifted and lowered with another couple holding him by his back legs and just grabs the boss and slowly pulls him up and into the dumpster.
That's how you
And out
throw your
scampers
back
Randy.
out.
I think it's supposed to make a beep noise when it backs up.
Careful now. So, I mean, I could use a few minutes of rest and a relaxation, but we got till tonight. I mean, a job's a job. What do y'all think?
Yeah, get it while we're hot. We did great today.
It is
We'll do
hot.
better tonight.
Tonight'd be cooler.
Yeah. And it's quite an interesting piece as well to steal a Spanksy.
I don't get it. I've never understood art.
I like the things on the velvet with the Elvis, you know? That's kind of my jam.
That and plates on the wall.
Hey, I can't afford the plates. Maybe the TV tray, but you know, we can't all be high on the hog and so forth.
You see Randy just leaning against the dumpster, just picking stuff out of his teeth with his claw.
Alright. We in?
Yeah, wait.
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, what do we gotta do? What do you wanna need? Where we gotta be? Don't remember who we're talking to, so forth and so on.
And I'm actually going to retcon and not have it be Randy because I think sympathetic accenter style fell into your accent, Nikki Nichols. And so I'm
Yeah.
going to have it be someone else. So we'll say that when you look up, it's actually not Randy. You see a female raccoon. Not because, like cartoons, her eyes are bigger, but because she is a slightly smaller form, a little bit curvier, and she has a little pink clip with a red heart just next to her right ear.
My.
This is Clarice. Hey, boys. Hey, Lady Poundcake.
Hey.
You in? You want the deets?
Yeah, you said, yeah.
All right. So, it's an old hotel, part of the historical district. The auction is going to be in the main ballroom. It's an old building, so it should be close to the front entrance. The ballroom, that is. But it also has an old basement. Single pane, ground level windows. You might be able to sneak in there and find a way up to the main floor, too. As for security, there's dogs. Not the big, mean dogs that bite people, but the sniffers. Checking all the goods and the people to keep it above the board. So watch out. I heard it's catered, so there may be extra staff walking around. Could be good, or it could need more eyes and feet to avoid. And the goods. This sale is not just art. It's an estate sale, so anything could be there. My rodent friends in their kitchen tell me the art isn't usually the first thing on the stage. Most of the times they start with clothes, sometimes furniture, but art is the main draw for these things. So, keep your eyes peeled.
All right. That sounds like a good deal.
hope we get some
No,
of
we
those
just
hors d'oeuvres
got-
they got. Little foods. Ooh. I like all my food miniatures, so that's perfect.
It makes you feel giant. Well, I think we need to take a little break, and then we need to make sure maybe case the joint and stay for the night. See if we can find our way in. I like a covert operation. You know, we've been very subtle thus far, so I think we'll be all right.
You want to meet back up at the grotto when it starts to get dark, or do you want to meet downtown there? What do you guys think?
Oh, I have a boyfriend, so thanks.
Damn. it's cold
Did I break Matt?
in here. Man, just walk on a squirrel's tail, won't you? These people these days, no respect.
All right, so I'm going to lean on you guys.
Yeah.
You hear the sounds of a vehicle slowly rolling through the alley. And as you look over, ooh, it's the fuzz. It's animal control.
Hey,
What are you doing?
I grabbed the ice cream and I'm making a run for it. Going, I'll see you downtown.
All right, what about Speedy Pete and Lady Poundcake?
Speedy Pete, I mean, this might be... Are we going to go into the wild out phase here? Because I think he would just scurry up the roof and jump onto a tree and be gone and kind of live his day out.
It's up to you guys. If you wild out, what are you going to do that's absolutely wild and crazy that interacts with that animal control? Are you going to like power slide across the hood like it's a movie?
Dukes has it.
Like do the hip slide with your tail?
Let's see. I think I'll do what squirrels do, where they run back and forth, zigzag, zigzag, and then like hesitate before finally getting out of the way and scurrying past it.
I feel like you've been traumatized by this recently.
We have a lot of squirrels in our area, and I try not to hit them, but it seems like they're suicidal.
It's the taxes.
All right, so Speedy Pete is going to wild out. So you reset all your dice values and you remove 2 stress.
Nice.
And I'm going to be an evil GM and save the complication to the situation for your breaking into your heist.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I like it.
Well, or technically we should do it now. But I
Technically.
kind of want to see what everybody wants to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to screw anybody else over, so.
Well, I was gonna say, as Nicky made a break for it, he's running, but he's got the ice cream and he wants to eat this carrot ice cream. He's been jonesing for this all afternoon, and the problem is he's got to get far enough away that he doesn't get caught. But he can't wait. He needs his fix. So he makes it around the corner into the alley, and he starts just animal, just nom hands, nom, whole face in this little pint cup of ice cream. And because it's carrot, he kind of gets into his animalistic ways, and he actually drops his cigar and his hat and just finishes licking the inside of the bucket, and he is just a helpless, hoppy, cute bunny covered in sticky ice cream. And he is like going to attract children if he doesn't get it together soon, and he is terrified and can do nothing about it because he is so flippin' cute.
Nice. So you eat that ice cream, you get a little bit of brain freeze.
Yeah,
You are able
not a
to
lot
wild
there.
out as well. Again, I'm going to save the complications to just set us off and right in the thick of it. So you are able to reset all your dice values and remove 2 stress. What about Lady Poundcake?
Lady Poundcake is going to, as she is standing closest to the tokens, cram them into her skirt pockets, and then just casually walk out of the alley like she was supposed to be there and just head home.
Showing off her collar as she
Nice.
walks by so they know she's
Yeah.
not.
At least somebody remember to grab the grub. Get the token. The fuzz.
Hey, that cat has the collar. I haven't seen that in this city in like 2 months. Who actually pays to get them registered?
She just trots happily down the street.
So, Lady Poundcake, are you going to choose to not wild out and just start this heist in your I don't even know what to call it. Just like
Depleted
in
state.
your current dice state. Oh, there you go. In your depleted state. Chaos Dice Goblin.
I think so. She has only had a few reductions, so she's actually pretty good outside of the stress. So she'll save that for when she needs to maul someone at the estate sale.
Nice. Fun foreshadowing.
I was thinking she would just sit like on a shelf knocking things off, like, and that would be her.
That's true too.
Oh,
That would
we've
also
got
be
the
fun for her.
Yes.
Just knock everything off the estate sale. Like, no, this is trash. This is trash.
Not
this
the
is trash.
little clowns.
This is nice.
The little clowns.
Especially the little clowns.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So you are able to go about your little critter day, and it's starting to get a little bit dark. It's time to meet up at that hotel. That estate sale is going to be starting soon. So you meet up just across the street from the hotel.
Okay. Yeah, so Nikki is waiting there, slightly damp, casing the place, trying to figure out what the best way in is. But he's gonna wait for the brains and then follow through with everybody else. He's trying to see if he can see anything getting loaded in or out of the back door, but he's not seeing nothing yet.
The Speedy Pete'll come strolling up. This time he's got a sport coat on. He went and did a lot of change. And he's actually got a little cane he's going to carry. He ditched the bubble gum. He's got a small cane. that
Nice.
He's got on his little person.
Nice.
Have you seen Lady Poundcake yet?
No, nobody yet.
Nah,
I've been here for
she'll
just
be
a
here
minute.
soon.
Yeah,
I'm sure
yeah.
she'll show up when she's ready.
Yeah, she's probably dolling up. You look fancy.
You dress the part. Anything happening out here yet? You see anything going in and out?
Not yet. So it looks like they said, you got the front doors. People are gonna go in there. It's a hotel, But it looks like you kind of like step up to go in, and then there's like a little half basement type of deal on the back side, and then there's a loading dock in the back, and I think they can load stuff down or up. And there's a couple little windows, but I thought maybe they'd be bringing stuff in or out. I've seen a few people, but nothing big yet. But I haven't got all the way back by the loading dock yet.
All right, Lady Poundcake, how would you like to make your grand entrance? Because I believe after the end of last session, you talked about having a bit of a costume change and maybe a montage.
Yes, so she did have a costume change, but she's choosing something a little different for this. It's a little fun for her. So, as they're talking, I imagine they're probably standing in front of some bushes or something similar. And so she's going to emerge from the bushes with a paw on each of them and go, "You forgot to grab the tokens."
Yeah. So she just reverse Homer Simpson does, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are you in a cat ghillie suit?
Cat ghillie suit.
Yeah, basically.
Mow.
My thought was kind of a longer ensemble, still with that pet pocket. Because, you gotta keep your pet bags on cats or dogs, so you gotta have the pocket on the outfit. It's important. But, yeah, it's kind of I guess if it was a camouflage type suit, it's her attempt at one, so it's like greens and like emerald and stuff, and floral, but definitely not actually camo.
Nice. Are you thinking like Sound of Music curtains style pattern?
I don't know.
She'll
what
match
that
the
is.
couch furniture pattern.
Yeah.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got an image
Yes.
in my head. It's kind of like 70s couch meets emerald green.
Oh yeah, I love the Sound of Music curtains. Let's go with that.
Nice. So, what jobs are each of your critters going to do this go round?
They gotta roll.
Job. You gotta get a job. Alright. Ooh.
First rolls of the night.
I roll a 1, so it'll be the fixer.
Ooh, I feel Dicey's is very appropriate for Lady Poundcake.
I rolled a 3. I'm the face this time.
And Nikki is the wheels. We're gonna have to figure out how that's gonna work. But I got an idea. Or 3.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I'll be the fixer because we already had the crime set up. So now I've got to set up a secondary crime. All right, I got a side crime going on.
Hey, you gotta make the crime not look like a crime, or pin it on somebody else, maybe. Pin it on the old Cocker Spaniel.
Or the possum lady. Or it could be just stealing all the tiny food as a second heist for us.
That's fair. Who doesn't want some snacks on a heist? So, from across the street, this is an old hotel, like probably the first hotel built in the city. It's 1 floor. It does have pretty intricate architecture on the outside, but you can see that it has this like slightly raised basement. There's these little teeny tiny single pane windows all the way around the outside. Very small parking lot. You actually see a lot of people arriving on buses because there's no parking whatsoever. And even though this is an older, smaller building, you do see that it has some unique characteristics. You can see a staircase over on the east side of the building that goes down into that basement entrance. Next to it is a loading dock and the dumpsters. And then right at the front of the hotel, you actually see 2 like circular doors, like the really fun ones that you can go in and around and around and around and around and around. I'm channeling my inner elf. There's actually 2, and the glass is beautiful. It is kind of a frosted glass with the moniker of the hotel in the middle of each of the glass doors within the circulating doors. So
this bodes well for a Home Alone heist.
Revolving doors. Why did I say circulating doors? I could not think of the word.
Oh, I was going to help you, but I thought you just were going
Forward.
more animal perspective, so...
Yeah.
No, my brain's just really tired.
Okay.
Where would you like to start?
All right, what do you guys think?
Spinny doors!
No, there's a bunch of people going in and out of the front. We can't go in that way.
No,
We gotta-
I know. Just like the way they look. What are you guys thinking?
That side windows, the basement, good way in. Loading dock don't have people around it. We get in that basement, it should be pretty dead.
Yeah, you do that. Lady, you got an idea?
Either way, we need to get over there, so we can always check in the window of the basement first. If it doesn't look good, we can try some sort of strange arrangement with the front.
Alright.
And as Lady Poundcake finishes talking, you hear
Oh no.
a kind of bellowing yell. Run! Run! They're here! And you hear footsteps as you see just through the bushes that are directly behind you, 2 dogs booking it, followed by 2 animal control officers, big nets in hand.
Oh. I can't go back. I can't go back. Too young. We gotta...
Hey, Tim! Did you see those animals over there? Split up! And you start to hear footsteps coming towards you. What are you doing? Told you I'm putting the pressure on this time.
To the basement window. Just go. Just go.
Yeah, alright. Nikki's just gonna run for the basement window, and he's going to full on just try to drop kick it, hoping it's one of those tilty ones that'll open and let him in. He's gonna kick towards the top side and hope for the best.
Crouching tiger, hidden rabbit.
Yeah. It's
Nice.
feet first. What
So I'm going to
hurts?
hold your check for the kick at the glass.
'Kay.
For Lady Poundcake and Speedy Pete. There are some vehicles going across this road, and there are a couple of people walking their little teeny tiny chihuahuas on the side of the street closest to the hotel. So if one of you can interact with the cars for me, and one of you can try and avoid the chihuahuas and their owners, I want to get some dice rolls right off the bat. What do you want, Dicey?
Of the 2, I would probably say she would rather try the dog roll over the street roll, because the street roll feels more immediately important.
Little Frogga, it's fine.
All right, so Lady Poundcake, what are you gonna do to try and not get noticed, or even just run around or through, however you want to, past the chihuahuas and their owners that are crossing the street just as you make it across? or excuse me, walking on the sidewalk just as you make it across the street?
She's going to stand on her back legs and pretend to be a plant and walk by slowly.
Nice. All right, and before you make that roll, Speedy Pete, you're going to kick it off by trying to get across that street. What are you doing?
I was thinking Speedy Pete knows that the cars avoid these orange cone things, so he's going to grab one of those and just like shove it across as he's going across the street, so it'll be a little like Toy Story going on there. But yeah, running across the street, shoving a cone, and hoping that the cars somehow magically avoid the cone like they're supposed to.
Nice. And what skill are you going to use for this roll?
That'd be a tools check.
You is a tool.
Do it.
That's a 5.
Nice.
Oh, totally successful. Now, are you in the cone, like picking it up, and you just see 2 little squirrel feet?
No, I think
and it drops, or
he's grabbing it. He's too small, so he's just pushing on the back end. And it's probably a really small cone. It's not like a full-size cone even. It's just one of the little ones, like the orange like soccer cones. But yeah, he's just pushing it and sliding, making that plastic sliding sound across the street as you hear cars like starting to swerve and honk horns and all that.
Nice. Just as you make it to the curb, you see out of the corner of your eye Lady Poundcake. Kind of. Actually, you describe it for me, Dicey. What do these people and dogs look like, and what is Lady Poundcake doing?
So, you know the opening scene of the 101 Dalmatians where the people look like their dogs? It's that kind of scenario where there's 2 lovely people walking around with their chihuahuas, and it's one of those, like, that's the people equivalent of a chihuahua. And they're walking very dignifiedly. One of them is reading a newspaper, and the other one has glasses and, like, a fuzzy hat, and is attempting to just navigate past each other, and they kind of bump, and as they're doing that, Lady Poundcake grabs, like, the nearest pile of leaves, and then just, like, slowly inches by, like, nothing to see here, I'm a plant.
Let's see that Homer Simpson roll. What skill are you going to use?
That's a very good question.
I feel like it's slick. The hide, skulk, observe.
Yeah. Could be think.
Okay.
She's making a plan.
Yeah, I was gonna say could be slick, or even talk in a way, because you're kind of charming, but you're not speaking. But well, it depends. Are you doing it like Kronk in The Emperor's New Groove? Nothing to see here. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Nothing to see here.
I mean, probably a little bit, because that's what I did when I narrated it. So it's not quite singing theme music, but it's close. Plant noises.
I am green.
Rustle, rustle,
I
rustle.
have chlorophyll.
Moving slowly.
I am beautiful and budding.
Photosynthesis.
It's just her chanting photosynthesis. Well, I assume the others are like hiding behind her plant form to keep moving past these.
Sounds good. So what's your skill choice? And let's see that roll.
Let's go with talk.
All right, sounds good. Let's see that talk roll.
About right.
3.
So with the 3, it works, but it's a little bit complicated. So I'm going to say this is going to add 1 difficulty to Nikki Nichols' roll. So we're going to do a -1 to whatever Nikki rolls, because as you are chanting and walking past the dogs, what are you chanting, by the way, again? We threw a bunch of options out.
Oh, photosynthesis, photosynthesis, photosynthesis at night.
Nice. As you're chanting and trying to like tiptoe past them, just like you described at the beginning of 101 Dalmatians, the chihuahuas are kind of looping around the people's feet. They kind of get close together and they trip, and one of them falls. The other one tries to catch them and they don't. And as they fall, they look up to see Ninja Bunny, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bunny, doing his thing.
Yeah. Fair enough. So yeah, Nikki, whenever he's getting moving, he saw, Speedy getting across the street much faster than him. Lady Poundcake had her kind of plan on. He kind of ran past her, jumped off the top of the cone. He's going to make his land on the curb, and he's planning on just doing a full-on kick to open the door. And as he lands, we'll see what happens. And that would be, let's see.
This feels very much like Fight to me.
That's a fight. That's what I was thinking, too. I'm going to fight my way into this building. That's a solid 2. So that's a 1. So should I narrate this and then you can take over?
That's fine with me.
So I think when he hits the ground, like he's literally doing like full, jump, parkour kind of thing, being super active. And he hits the edge of the sidewalk and he's supposed to hit the edge and then launch into the thing. And his left foot catches and he just rolls past the 2 chihuahuas and then smacks against the glass, feet up, head down. And that's where he is now.
And as you're sitting there back against the glass, your little bunny heart is racing.
Too much carrot.
And you look over and the people are totally distracted. The one person is helping up the other one and they're kind of having this little moment where they look at each other like, oh, you have a chihuahua? I have a chihuahua. I love chihuahua. You love chihuahuas? Oh my gosh. And they're kind of reminiscing.
You're the worst people in human history.
They happened to both drop their leashes to interact with each other.
Oh no.
And those little dogs are yip-yapping like chihuahuas do and racing straight towards you. As you take 1 point of stress, Nikki.
Okay. Cat's early in the day for such a thing.
So I want to throw this one because Speedy Pete was very successful. I want to throw this check of how you're going to help out your crew or get into the building to Dicey and Lady Poundcake.
Well, since Nikki failed to open the window, she will go up and punch the window. Cat punch. Angry cat punch.
Nice.
Worst headbutt ever.
Let's see that fight roll.
Violent headbutt. So I'm currently at a D8, so we will see how this goes.
Punchy punch.
3.
Hey, it is successful.
You loosened
so
it.
how do you do this punch? Is it claws out?
Probably, yeah. I think she'd go claws out with it.
And is it like front feet or is this like a donkey dropkick style?
Actually, you know what? I think she wouldn't do paws out. It's like when the cat is when you're a cat and you're very upset and you just start like smacking something and it's like
Nice. So as you start whap, 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 you actually hit the kind of where the hinge is where the lock mechanism is holding it on the outside. And again, old building, and you're able to just every time you smack it, it goes a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and then it opens. And you were all able to climb in. But one of the chihuahuas also comes in too.
Yeah.
As you step into the space, or as you fall into the space, you look around you, and you are in a very dark, cold, concrete room. It's pretty big. I mean, it's at least the size of, I don't know, 30, 40 grottos. And you see just shelves of canned goods and boxes and giant sacks, like what your feed comes in, at least for Lady Poundcake, unless it's only canned food, which now I realize the error of my statement. You see these large 50-pound bags of different types of food items, and then on the far side you see a large steel table and a sink, and you see up on the wall some sharp knives, you see a big stacks of pots and pans, and you see a staircase on the opposite side of this space, and you hear a lot of noise and clatter and plates and things crashing from that area.
Ah! It's like a rat with teeth. Big teeth. Hey.
What'd you call me? Rat with long ears?
Yeah, maybe. Haven't seen you before. You should get out of here. You're gonna get hurt in here. Something bad might happen.
All right, would that be a talk roll?
I'm trying to think if that's a talk roll or I suppose that's a talk roll. It's really not going to do well, but that's a D4 because Nikki. That's a
Can I
4
help
on a
him with that?
D4.
Oh, never mind. That's a great roll.
That is a great roll. Except there's still a complication. So
Yeah.
you do succeed. I don't want anything bad to happen, and as the Chihuahua looks at you, its leash is kind of caught, and it's like, "Ugh," it can't really come in any further. And so it actually runs back over towards the window, but now it can't get up there because it's a little teeny tiny Chihuahua, and it fell down into the space. And so now it is there at the wall, barking feverishly, high-pitched, echoing in this space, trying to call for its owner. Help! Help! A bunny's trying to kill me! A bunny's trying to kill me!
If I was trying, you'd be dead.
All right, what are you doing, Speedy?
Speedy's gonna look and actually see. We're gonna go with to observe. So there'll be a slick move here. It won't be a very good one, I don't think. But he's looking for a dumbwaiter to see if there's a dumbwaiter that goes between the two floors that might be commonly used between a kitchen area and a storage place like this. So he's looking for some sort of transit system between the two floors, but he only has a D4 on this one, so it's a poor choice.
Oh, please roll good so we can do an elevator cable miniature scene.
It's a 3. It's good enough.
It's good enough. So you do see a little kind of compartment, and you see this door that has arrows up, and it has this little button system next to it, and you recognize, like, oh, this is like that thing on the shows where it can kind of go up and down. Like, guys, this is it. And as you get there, you are just able to pull that heavy door back enough for you all to squeeze in, but it doesn't look like there's anything above you or below you that looks like a chamber, a platform, or anything like that. But you do see a rope, and you do see some light up above you, and a lot of darkness below you.
Darkness.
Batman.
Sorry.
All right, what do you guys think? We got a way up? No people coming up and down this thing. Come on, it's not hard to climb.
It's a rope. I told you.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bringing the rope. Good thing I didn't bring any rope. We already got the rope. Well, I think, Speedy, we're good, but I think somebody might need a hand. We might have to assist someone. What do you think?
And they both look over at Lady Poundcake.
Wait, hold on. I got an idea. Let's see. Could Nikki get in there and kind of maybe grab the rope and look around and see if maybe there's something, or if you can access the thing so we can get it down so she can get in, or maybe find a way for maybe there's wood in there or climb around, but he wants to bounce around in there and look around and move, kind of check the whole place out real quick like a bunny.
Yeah, you can, if you're going for like parkour style, I would say a move sounds good. Or if you're just trying to stick your head in and look around,
No, he's
that kind of feels like either a slick or a think.
yeah, I
Probably
think
more
he's going
think
for the
than a
move.
slick.
He's going just diving right in. His first forte into breaking and entering today did not go. My B&E record's all shot, so I'm going in. So
All right, let's see that pinball maneuver.
Okay, that's a D10.
Bing, 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 bing.
That's a D10 that rolled a 2. Awesome.
Oof. All right, a 2 means that you don't succeed and something bad happens. So,
Yeah,
you want to start the description of how you're jumping around in there, and I'll take it over?
yeah. Nikki's gonna go in, and he's gonna kind of parkour. He's gonna try to start going upwards, and I think he starts going, and then he hits a panel that isn't actually attached, and it kind of flips, and then he kind of just falls down into the bottom of the dumbwaiter. There's a loose board now, and the rope's there, but Nikki only made it about a halfway up, and then is now at the bottom.
And as you're laying there cartoon style on the bottom, I'm envisioning like the cartoon cutout of Bugs Bunny when he runs through a wall. And you're laying there, and just a split second before you hit the ground, your tail caught something. and you heard kind of a creak, a pop, and then a as you watch the ceiling come down at you, just descending upon you at rapid speed.
I love
and
you,
stopping
Ma!
1 centimeter in front of your little bunny nose. Just hits the end of the rope. Is the actual chamber. You're gonna take 1 point of stress, my man.
Doi. Well, this will be interesting pretty quick here. Huh.
I don't know if he's slowly being crushed or if he's okay.
Lady Poundcake will go over to the... I think he's alive. He seems to be knocking.
Put the candle back.
Is there any switch or anything on the outside that would indicate why this descended?
There is a switch. You don't see anything that has changed on it, but there is a button.
How good are you at pushing buttons?
Let's find out. She will push the button and hope that that will free our dear friend.
All right, let's see a tools check, please.
Okay, I have a D6. It's a 2.
About right. I live
So-
here now.
You push the button, and you hear a grinding noise. It just really does not sound good. It's like kind of a grinding, like motor noise, but you keep hearing these loud, like, clicks and pops as things are turning and this echoing down this chamber. But you do start to see that platform move up slightly. And then all of a sudden you hear the ropes snap and that sound again. Thankfully there were 2 ropes in this system and it does stop higher up this time. But then, because it doesn't have 2 ropes anymore, that platform swings down and again, 1 centimeter above Nikki Nichols' nose. And no matter if you like Nikki or not, your heart is pounding now, Lady Poundcake, as you think you are killing Nikki. Like,
Hey!
he's gonna die. Like, did you push the button and he's gonna die? So you take 1 point of stress. And you now have 1 remaining rope, no platform.
Hey,
but Nikki's
any-
free.
Anybody check for some stairs? That might be a good way to try.
It's climbing the ropes not that hard, guys. It's
Whatever.
we gotta practice this. We gotta have a weekend retreat where we climb ropes.
Yeah, climbing rope. I had rope. It went well. But
How about this? I am not particularly skilled at climbing, as we've seen. But you do have that gum rope still, yes?
Oh, I don't have the gum anymore. That was in my leather
Oh.
jacket.
Blast.
I got this cane. He's gonna show his cane.
Is it a tiny cane sword?
It might be a matchstick.
and a
Fire
hat
is
made
a
out of a
solution as
bottle
much as
cap.
any.
Well,
Ham.
do we need to help
Somebody's trying to
our
kill me.
friend out of the pit?
No,
Or-
Nikki's getting out, but when he gets out, he's got like cigarette butts and spider webs, and his hat's askew and a little dented. It's not been a good day.
Yeah, you're not gonna blend in looking like that. You gotta clean yourself up.
I'll look for something. Let's find a ways out of here, and I'll come up with something. It's been a little bit of a rough start. It's only uphill from here.
Yeah,
I hope.
we just use this. We could take the stairs.
Okay,
It's the obvious.
that would have been
choice.
good. Yeah, I liked it, the sneakity sneak.
But it's gonna be a little hard at the top. You hear all that noise up there. There's activity. There's gonna be a lot of feet.
Yeah.
Well, at least we now have a dust bunny.
Oh. You know, you don't call us that. We can call us that, but you can't call us that.
All right, so I feel like we've had quite a few dice rolls here, but we need
Not a
another
lot
one
of
from Sneaky
success.
Pete. So before we use too many dice rolls, I'm going to fall into something that I did in another Breathless game we played where people could lead a action under certain circumstances, but it was one dice roll to rule them all. So Speedy Pete, what are you going to do to get up those stairs and sneak a ways through that kitchen for the whole crew?
For the whole crew. All right. Now, just like at the Half Foods Market, well, we could hitch a ride here with Lady Poundcake. She gets us up the top of the stairs. And let me think.
Are you nervous because of the responsibility?
I am. I'm just trying to think of how I'm going to involve everyone in this one. I had a vision of Nikki Nichols pretending to be food on a plate for a moment.
I'm not opposed.
Oh.
We could do that. Pretend to be a waiter.
If they get up there, if we could get onto one of their serving trays, like the carts that go across,
You want to make me food?
sneak right onto the bottom of those. And if we're lucky, maybe grab a napkin or something to throw over ourselves. What do you think?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, there might even be some napkins down here. This is a storeroom of sorts.
No, yeah.
Could we just even take a serving dish from down here?
Hey, don't matter if it's dented.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you pick that up and take it up with you? Because it's a little big for me to carry, but you got it.
No, we can try.
All right, I'll give you picking up the dish. That's done. But what roll are you making, Speedy Pete?
I was thinking it's going to be a tools check again here because we're going to try to use some things around us to create a sort of camouflage system. So with a D6,
Let's see that sweet, sweet roll.
it's a net one.
Oh, Lord. Clang, 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 clang.
All right.
So do we have the failure downstairs or do we have the failure up in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think what I'm going to do here, I've got some complications that I pre-rolled, just in case there were bad dice rolls. Can make a little narrative to go with them. I think we're going to have one of those happen here. I kind of thought they'd happen in the ballroom, but man, it's really hard getting into that ballroom.
Yep. Using your opposable tums.
Let's see. All right. So, as you are conveying this plan and kind of starting to lead everyone up the stairs, you're in the lead. You're kind of looking ahead, trying to look for any feet, any of the chefs or other people in the kitchen moving around. You're like pointing where Nikki and Lady Poundcake need to go. Nikki is actually listening and going where you're saying and being surprisingly quiet. And then Lady Poundcake comes up behind you, and a few things happen all at the same moment, almost in slow motion. So first, Nikki says, "What was that?" and goes to jump towards you and just pummels into Lady Poundcake, who tries desperately to grab that serving dish lid, and you see it on the top of a set of concrete steps just start to fall. And right before it hits and clang, 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 clang down, you see a person erupt through that window that you guys came into the space in a full uniform. I almost said unicorn. In a full uniform.
That's a heck of an outfit.
With animal control on their hat. They reach down and scoop up the dog and start to lift it back up to the window and look directly at you.
Nikki looks at him
Mermaid.
and waves his hand in front of his head. You saw nothing.
All right, I need a quick dice roll. This is bad. Animal control sees you. The dog's been handed off.
Yeah.
They're starting to climb through to come after you.
Nikki, actually, because he's super dirty, nobody's going to see him, and he actually sees one of those napkins on the rail, and he's going to try to pull it down over all of them and see if he can cover everybody up.
All right, give me a slick roll, please.
Yep, that's what I'm hoping for. That's an 8. That's an 8 on the 8.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, so Nikki actually sees like a big towel up on the steps, and he's dirty, he's filthy, and you can't see any of the white on him, so he doesn't think he's been spotted. So he jumps up and he pulls this dark towel down onto the steps, and it pulls it on him, and then he kind of tucks over to the edge, and then the bowl keeps rolling across the floor, being like a bright, shiny distraction, and he just says, "Just be very, very quiet."
That's a good thinking, man.
Nice.
Quick work.
Excellent
Yeah, you
job.
saved it.
We'll see.
Now we gotta
All right.
get through the door.
Yeah,
Well, and with an 8, the higher above a 5, the better it is. So I want to see what's in this auction house and how you guys are going to interact with it. So you are able, with this cloth over you, to sneak into the kitchen. You hear a squeaky cart. You are able to climb onto the bottom, underneath kind of the tablecloth that is over it, and just cruise on in to the ballroom.
It's just as Speedy Pete intended it to work out. It's all coming together, guys.
Look, you were the wheelman.
Yeah, so I was gonna say, he's sitting up front, and he's got his feet braced on both sides of the cart, and he's pretending he's driving. He's got a little dinner plate, but he's so dirty nobody can see him down there.
And you go through a set of double doors, and you see before you a fairly tacky looking ballroom. It's big. I mean, not nearly as big as Half Foods Market, but this is a big room. Now, I don't have a map for you guys per se, but I do have kind of a little drawn schematic that I made that I'm going to describe to you. So you are kind of on the service entrance. You notice that there is a person in a suit with a nice tie, and they have a little gold name tag, and they're kind of just standing right next to that door and kind of looking around at the space. In front of you, you see 3 large tables with white tablecloths with these big silver trays on them and a stack of plates on either end. And you hear lots of people murmuring. You hear some, clinking of glasses here and there. And in the far corner, straight ahead of you, just past the tables, you see a rack with a bunch of coats hanging on it and a table in front of it with the person sitting there with a little box in front of them. As you pan your view to the left, you see the double doors in the entrance of the ballroom. Continuing to the opposite corner of the space, you see a couple of tables. One is a very small table, and that's where people had kind of lined up, and you see a bunch of what look like ping pong paddles or something stacked up, and they're handing them out, and there's numbers on them. And just behind that, along the wall, is a wider table with 2 people sitting there, 2 metal boxes, and a bunch of clipboards and paper, and no real activity, with some cabinets behind it. You continue to look around. Now you're on the opposite wall from the food tables. You see those little retractable, they use them for lines, little retractable cables.
Oh yeah, the little line
The velvet line?
belts.
Ropes?
Yeah.
Well, I thought velvet, but this is tacky, so it's the little plastic ones. And you can see that there's a small walkway that is sectioned off by it, maybe 3 feet wide, that runs the full length of this wall, all the way to the wall that you are standing along, which just to the left of you is a large stage. It has some curtains along the back that are kind of awkwardly pushed out, and there is a table on either side, and there's a little podium in the middle. And you see... I gotta name some of the people because you guys had some really good ideas on our warm-up. You kind of pan out to the crowd from your hiding spot, because again, an 8 is epic, dude. And you see in the very front row, there's a woman that is fairly ornately dressed. She has kind of a blue, I'm gonna say a dark blue sequined gown. She has kind of a little jacket and a kind of a very lacy white shirt underneath. Older woman, her hair is kind of unkempt. It's kind of just a giant block of hair. And around her shoulders, what looks like a really nice kind of fur or something, but then you notice a big old rat tail on it, and some whiskers, and some teeth, and then some feet that are just sticking out. This is Tabitha. You know her as the dead possum lady. Sitting 2 rows behind her is a man in a black suit. He has a cane, a monocle, white mustache, and he has a couple of little metal metal things in his hand that he's just kind of, moving around, and you hear them clinking. And you notice one of them is a top hat. There's a little figurine of a dog, a little iron. It's weird. On the opposite side, because in the middle of this space, there are 2 series of rows of chairs with a walkway in the middle. Further from you set of chairs, you notice a young couple. They're dressed pretty nice, and they both have sunglasses on inside, which is weird. And they're kind of looking around, and they're pointing at people, and then you see them actually point at Tabitha and just, such poor taste. I know. A few rows behind them, you see an adorable, bright-eyed young couple just sitting there, and you can see their fingers are interlocked as they're holding hands and just looking into each other's eyes and just, oh, I love you so much. I love you so much. I hope we can get a couch for the apartment. Oh, I think we will. I think we will. We can spend, what, $50? Oh, okay, I'll have no coffees for the next 6 months, but anything for you. And then in the very back, not actually in the rows of chairs, kind of, just in one chair that's been pulled a couple rows worth back from the clusters, is this old woman. And she is wearing kind of like a tracksuit, a tacky tracksuit. She's got a pearl necklace, and she is just grinning across her whole face from ear to ear, and she's just chuckling to herself. Then she looks up and you see her just scanning, and every time she looks at a different item on the 2 tables on the back of that stage, she just shakes her head, and you hear her mutter under her breath, Betty's crap was never worth anything. Now everyone's gonna know. And then the cart stops, and it shakes a little bit, and you can hear things being kind of slid off the top of it, and thuds kind of near it. And then you see the tablecloth start to lift up a little bit on one side of the cart.
This is our stop. Everybody off.
Off, go. Make it a run. He's gonna make it a run for it.
Jump off onto the adjacent table. I assume we pulled up next to a table there.
He was up at the front, and actually as it stopped, he honestly just kind of pushed off and slid and jumps under the table in front of them. That's what he's going for.
Sounds good. I'm just going to let it happen. I'm not going to have this be a roll, because I just want you guys to get into the room and get the scene started. So, Lady Poundcake, how are you escaping the cart?
She will gracefully disembark from the cart car. Not going the direction that the tablecloth is lifting, but going out the end where it is staying down.
Sounds good. And what about Speedy Pete?
Oh, Speedy Pete just shot straight under the curtain right when he said, this is our stop. He just right under.
Bow!
Right to the base of the pedestal foot for the table that is next to where they stopped.
Nice. Did everyone just hear, this is art?
Yeah.
And then you were gone.
This is our stop!
All right, guys. So, did any of you see what we're after?
Nah, ain't seen nothing yet. We went to the thing I was driving. But,
Yeah, which one of you knows art? You should take a look out there and tell us what we're going for. Where it's at. Give us a lay of the land.
What does Lady Poundcake want to do?
She would like to also see if they can identify where the art is. She also kind of wants to make sure she knows where they are in relation to the woman with the dead possum.
Nice. Let's see. I can even, in Roll20 here, let's see if I can pull out my drawing skills here real quick.
While you're doing that, she'll kind of explain what she was thinking to the others.
yes.
So, given the number of people and the fact that we've already seen the fuzz in the basement, I guess, we're going to need to move quickly on some of this. And as you know, that is not my particular strong suit. So, my thought was, when we identify where it is, you two go and acquire the item. I would like to go and acquire the possum from the possum woman, and then I can quickly grab all attention in the room to allow you guys a chance to get out.
Okay. I like
All
it.
right. Great distraction.
This should go well.
I think it'll go splendidly.
Yes. He's not being sarcastic. He thinks this is going to go great. He has all the faith in the world in you guys.
I hope it's a small piece of art. Because
Yeah.
Speedy's pretty small.
Eh,
Nikki's bigger.
Yeah, Nicky will figure out something. He's got an idea or two up his sleeves, being the wheelman today. I'll get it worked out. We just gotta find it and know what else we're taking, what else we're doing, and where we're gonna put it, and we'll get it out.
Lady Poundcake would like to propose to Speedy Pete to trade items.
You want my cane?
I do want your cane, and I can offer you these unclippable bead bracelets.
All right. If you think it'll help with what we need, that's fine. Just make sure to bring it back when you're done with it. It kind of completes my outfit.
I will endeavor to do my best. That's true. That's true. You
Sound
do
like
look
they
very
grow on
dapper today.
trees. Wait, it's made out of wood. Maybe it does grow on trees.
So you give me a bead bracelet, you said?
Yeah, so it's a bracelet with like beads that you can unclip and like change out.
Okay.
You got a Pandora bracelet there.
Yeah, Pandora bracelet.
Yes, but cheaper.
Yeah, Pandora.
Pandora. Also, I'm disappointed in myself for not being like, I'm the Lorax.
All right, so I have a very rough schematic here on the map for you. Can you guys all see it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've got the doors are in bright orange. So you guys came in from this portion right here to the northwest. To the south, there are double doors out of the ballroom. And to the northeast is another set of doors. Along the north side of this room is a large stage. The large circles are where all the chairs are. That little yellow dot is Possum Lady, Tabitha. The black dot is our Monopoly Man. The hot pink dot is the old woman that is just laughing. The red oval is the yuppie couple. And the purple oval is the young newlyweds that are trying to furnish their apartment. You all are this big old green blob right by the food. And I will add a few other little things just to help you get a sense of the space. There's a small table on the left side of the stage towards the back with curtains behind it. There's another table towards the right, and then there's a podium in the middle.
All right. Okay. I'm thinking, Lady Poundcake, you should get some elevation or a good spot. Maybe take a look around, see if you can spot the art. Maybe it's such a prized part of the thing, you think it'll be on display. You're all fancified. Do you know any of that?
Well, if it actually is a Panksy, they'll probably have that be the highlight of the auction. So we would either want to get it before it comes on to display or after it's sold. I'm not sure if they're having people claim objects as they get them, or if they're auctioned off and then they have to pay and then get it later.
Okay. That's cool.
And you see the lights kind of flash in the space, and you hear a bell, like a handbell, as a man, kind of balding, fairly skinny, wearing just a black suit. He's got kind of a metal tag on it, dark blue tie, and slick back gray hair. And he steps up. Our normal auctioneer is unable to attend due to illness, so I will be stepping in. I promise to try and keep things moving as quickly as I can, although nobody can talk as fast as Johnny C. Speedy. For our first item, we have, and he turns and holds his hand out towards the table on the left side of the stage. If I can please get a D6 from Dicey.
D6.
Hey, Speedy, that guy related to you?
It's a 1.
This is a historical military artifact. I don't know if I should be holding this. And as he holds it in his hands, his white-gloved hands, he turns and faces the crowd, and it kind of looks metallic, but it's military, so it's like a very faded tan color. It kind of almost looks like it's on a tripod stand of some sort, and it's a slightly rounded rectangular box. It's got some scratches on the corner, and from where you're standing, you can see the word Laymore.
That actually says on it, point at enemy, if you look at the bottom there. It's very instructive.
This This says point at enemy. I really don't think I should be holding this. I'm going to hand
I
this
need
to
a paddle.
someone else. And he slowly turns, and there's another person in a suit with that gold name tag that walks up and just carefully, very slowly, you can see the sweat dripping off their face, takes it to the other table on the right side of the stage. Can I get a D6 from you, Dan?
All right. That'll be a 4.
This item is quite a bit safer. This is a lovely suitcase. It's quite ornate, embellished. It does have a locking mechanism, but it does come with, and he holds his hand out as someone places a key in his hand. The key. Places it on the podium, inserts the key, opens it, and it's full of wigs. A suitcase full of wigs, and you hear the old woman from the back go, "Ha! And they all look like wet dogs."
Dogs? I don't like dogs.
I don't know why, but I thought that she was going to say pudding.
See that? Oh, that's some old pudding. Pudding.
So what are you guys doing?
Well, how about Nikki and I? We make it over to the stage. We get in position, and when it's ready, whenever they bring that thing out, we'll nick it when Lady Poundcake creates distraction.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, that works for you guys.
Yeah. I'm working on an escape plan too, so just hang on. Once we have it, we'll all come together.
All right. Well, we'll go when we hear you create that distraction, Lady Poundcake. Whenever you create some sort of chaos here, and then I guess we'll have to meet you outside after.
Yep.
Where do you want to meet up?
Probably back at the grotto would be safest.
All right. If we get separated, back at the grotto.
Yeah. We'll try to get you out when we go, but if you can't, we'll meet back. Don't take a different road than we came on. Keep it all cloak and dagger.
So can I please ask for like a secret phrase that Lady Poundcake is going to say in her distraction to be like the code phrase that it's go time? The more ridiculous, the better.
I mean, I feel like, given this group, the best code phrase would be their cheer from last time, which was just yelling crimes.
All right.
Fantastic.
I like the subtlety and the nuance that you bring to this moment.
Best not to overthink it.
Yeah, I try not to do that.
Matt, can I get a D6 from you?
D6. I can do that. It's a 5.
This one I will describe once you start your trek.
Cool beans.
Go ahead, Dan.
All right. Well, you ready, Nikki? Everyone's seated.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at the stage right now. We got a good chance.
Yeah.
So
All right.
take a little peek out into the curtains, and then just try a straight run to the side of the stage, and then get up by the table, I guess, off to the side over here, so we could be up and ready to move into position and see what they got. So we could see the whole room, see where Lady Poundcake ends up, and be ready to make our attack.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to need a move from both Nikki and Speedy.
I can do this. All right. Watch me. I am quick like a bunny, and I have got the face paint of the wall on me. Check my numbers here. That's an 8. Okay, rolling a D8. Let's see what we get. That's a great use of a D8. That's a tree.
And for Speedy Pete, he's got a 10 to start with. For a 2!
Yeah, really settling in, man.
It's not just me
together.
today.
I can feel it.
So I just dragged the tablecloth behind me as I...
I love it. Full magician trick. Going wrong.
Is this your card? Pulls off tablecloth.
Look at the flowers. I broke the china.
That's pretty good, but I do have a complication that I rolled that I'm quite proud of
Oh, boy.
that I want to throw at you guys. So, as you get ready to run across this space, which Nikki does make it across, he does trip and fall on the stage.
Yeah, get rug burns on my face.
So Nikki, you trip, you fall on the stage, and you slide, and your hand goes into a metal box.
What's in the box?
Is stuck.
Aye.
No one's noticed you yet, but sorry, spoiler alert to so many people in public places. If you ever see a really blends in with it small metal box with a little arched door on either side, that is a mousetrap. They are pretty much every public place you go, stores, restaurants, you name it. Your hand is now stuck in that trap. Now, it's not a snap trap, but it is meant to be a one-way only traverse.
Hey,
So that's where Nikki is.
I got a club foot.
Not his head.
Yeah, give it a minute.
So Nikki is over here by the stage, or just up on the stage. But unfortunately, Speedy Pete, you were trying to go, and you went to go fast. Like, what did you say to yourself to psych yourself up for this run?
Oh, it's just easy. No one's paying attention. It's walk in the park. Even easier. Parks at people. People aren't even paying attention right here.
And as you go to run, you don't notice, but the bracelet that Lady Poundcake gave you has gotten caught on the tablecloth. And as you start to run, you make it probably a good, 5, 6, 7 steps, and then your arm starts to get pulled back. And just as it almost gets taut on that tablecloth, you feel something grasp your wrist. And you stop, you look over, and you see 3 little furry critters. You see a little bunny, a little squirrel, and a sphinx. I'm not going to say little. I'll describe her in just a moment. As the little squirrel has grabbed your wrist. Hey man, stop. You're going to make the whole thing come crashing down. We're here on a job. And the little bunny walks over, wearing a little hat, has one of those little gum cigarette candies, like back in the day. Starts chewing on the end. Hey, we're the Speedy Threesome. Because there's 3 of us. Don't make it weird. I'm Penny Pennington. And you see this small, all-white, fluffy, nimble bunny. She, again, isn't smoking a cigar. It's just like this little gum cigarette. But her lipstick looks oddly like blood on the fur around her mouth. She's twitchy, jumpy, and looks like a pretty legit enforcer. You also recognize Rapid Roger, a slick-furred squirrel sporting a smirk that can only be described like the perfect blend of Danny Zuko in Grease and Nick Cage in, well, anything, because he's in everything. He's mean, he's green, and he's as fast as grease lightning. And then you look up at the form of Little Miss Muffintop. When she walks into the room, everyone looks, but not necessarily for the right reason. She's a sphinx, all right, but also one of those cats that may look a bit chonky until they lay down. Then it's a disastrous game of the floor is lava to not step on their spreading mass across the hallway. But she does easily command the room and can be an excellent distraction when needed. There's another crew here.
Keep taking jobs that have other crews.
What are you guys here for? Let go. We gotta get out of here before we get found.
What do you got your eyes on? The Spanksy's ours.
Oh, it's not the Spanksy. We're here for that box thing he held up earlier.
Let's hear a talk.
Nice.
It's gonna be a
Here's a
4.
persuasion check.
It's a 1.
Nice.
And Rapid Roger, the squirrel, releases his grip on your hand after taking the bracelet off of the tablecloth. And as you start to pull your hand back, Penny Pennington, without you even seeing it because she's fast as bunny lightning, grabs your arm again. What do you take me for? Moron? Do I look like a moron to you? And she pushes you
Don't answer
out,
that.
and you erupt out of the tablecloth, roll end over end, and your little squirrel tail flops out as you lay in the middle of the walkway, taking 1 point of stress, as you have been thrust into an open space in the ballroom.
Damn it.
Now, Nikki probably didn't see most of this because he had his hand in the trap. He was kind of moving throughout this whole encounter, but Lady Poundcake had a really good view.
Lady Poundcake's gonna wild out.
Oh god.
Heck yeah! Do it! Do it!
She's gonna wild out, and she's gonna go with her basic instinct of my friend,
Different movie.
or I guess in the cat form, I guess maybe baby, family, whatever. That was my friend. I'm going to, like, kick your ass. I'm sorry, kick your butt.
There you go.
Nice. All right. Quick question for you guys. One of the complications I meant to ask you about before we started playing was betrayal is one of the things you can roll here. Is anybody opposed to the potential for some PvP shenanigans?
No.
Nah, why not? I got an idea.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Dicey, you do get a complication when you wild out. So you are just going crazy at this moment. You do get to reset all your dice values, and you do get to remove 2 stress points. But a complication gets added to the situation. Can you roll odd or even for me? Whatever size dice your heart desires.
I mean, I feel like we don't get to roll the 20 at all, so
Hey, what could go wrong?
what could go wrong? I mean, it's just odd even, right? Do I still need to call odd even?
No, sorry, I looked at my list. I've got something assigned to odd and something assigned to even. Just let me know what you roll.
All right, D20.
Yeah.
11. 2 ones.
2 ones. It double the time, huh?
Nice. Well, that would be betrayal.
Oh,
So I would love to hear in this moment, as you wild out, how you are starting to set things in motion to betray the Ferocious 5.
Oh no.
oh, I don't like that.
It's all good.
Plot
That's all
twist.
good. I could see this. There's a bigger prize for 1 than for 3. You can get.
I will throw out, there was a particular painting that you mentioned last session that you wanted to see at the auction, and I have it on my list. You guys just haven't made it on the stage yet. That was a sphinx in a leopard print jacket sitting on like a upholstered throne. That is destined to be on the stage.
That's true. That choosing an alternative target that if the boss doesn't want would work perfectly well in her grotto would be great. So I could see her signaling during the wrong target.
All right, so you wild out. You are just going into your feral self almost in this moment. What are you doing as the bunny is threatening Speedy Pete? You see Nikki with his hand stuck in a mousetrap up on the stage. It's all falling apart. This is your last job, and they're screwing it up.
She's gonna fight the rabbit.
Oh god.
Amazing.
The opposing rabbit, not the rabbit
way.
with the mousetrap on his hand.
Yet.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So let's go ahead, because you are taking on the betrayal and potential for PvP, giving you a little bit of like, you gotta work against your crew for a minute here. I'm gonna give you advantage, which is not a thing in this game. I just think it's fun. Can you give me a fight roll, please?
Yes.
For you versus Penny Pennington, the little enforcer bunny.
Do the dice reset before I roll or after? Like after
Yeah,
you're done
you
wilding?
went wild, so absolutely. Your dice
Sweet.
are back up to full value.
D10.
Oh, that's right.
First roll is an 8. Second roll is a 10.
Oh.
All right.
That poor buddy.
Tell me how you completely dispatch this crew, the Speedy Threesome. Don't make it weird.
Well, I mean, you mess with my squirrel, you're gonna cut off a slice and then just absolutely mauls them like the merciless attack of a cat that is angry, like with the back feeding and the claws and the biting and the just ripping them to shreds. And then when she's done with one, she leaps at the next one and just starts tearing into them.
Oh, rough. So you just go from one to the other. It is just, I would say, a giant ball of fur, but you don't have any. So it is just fleshy cat and then furry critters rolling and slamming and crashing underneath this table. And you start to hear people noticing and calling out. And you do totally mess up this crew. And they've got a black eye forming. One of them's got their arm hanging low. This ain't worth it anymore. We don't need that Spanksy. Let's get out of here. And they take off through the double doors at the front of the ballroom. Gone. So what is Lady Poundcake doing now? Because this is falling apart. You are right on the edge of ditching your crew and just making your own final job. Screw the boss.
Grabbing the cat, painting.
Well, we haven't seen that painting yet, so she still needs them to acquire the object and get it out. At this point, with the
Ooh, calculated, I love it.
the betrayal in mind that she's going to treat this as their movers. And so she's going to stick to the plan, but she's going to try to get over to... she wants to go and be underneath or near to the possum lady, if possible.
All right, let's do a slick check to see if you can sneak over there now that everyone in the room is kind of looking around at the ruckus of this table just hopping and jumping and crashing.
2. Oh, sorry, I rolled a d4. 2.
Ooh, not great. So you do try. How do you try and sneak over there? And remember, Speedy Pete is just like laying in the middle of the walkway.
She would probably... I mean, the possum lady's not that far, so she'd probably go to the farther end of the table, hopefully where there's less noise, because most of the noise was towards one end of the table or the other, and try to sneak her way there, giving kind of a wide berth just to not immediately draw attention to him further.
So you are able to sneak your way over to Tabitha, the dead possum lady. And just as you get there, someone calls out, "At your feet, what is that?" And she turns quickly to look down at her feet as the possum falls off her shoulders, hits the ground. And although everyone assumes that possums just play dead and they're really quiet, this one knows the jig is up. It screams, a piercing scream, jumps up cartoon style like, "Oh!" and just starts to run, and someone yells, "Get animal control in here!"
Yeah.
"They're just outside!" And footsteps run out, hit the back doors, and you've got people standing up, chairs are falling down. Let's pan over to Speedy Pete, followed quickly by Nicky Nichols.
All right, Speedy Pete. Well, he recognizes that the pattern on the carpet looks a lot color and stripy wise like him, so he's gonna attempt to just kind of hide. He's gonna roll up and try to line his body up and try to hide with the pattern in the floor on this dirty, nasty carpet in this place. So that's gonna be
All right,
4.
Oh, let's go on.
show us that slit.
Hey!
It's a 4.
Nice.
That's a good size.
Which is great, but there's still a slight complication because in this game
So-
it is a crit, but it's not a
I feel
5.
like that's Jackie's favorite
So-
part. She's like, "Oh, it was,
But I really love Breathless
but it's the
games.
game's fault, and I'm totally not enjoying this at all."
Yeah. So as you're laying there on the ground, you try and match yourself, and you're like, "I got this. I'm blended in. This is great." And then the possum lady looks over at you. "Oh, it fell." She walks over and starts to pick you up and put you on her shoulders. What are you doing, Speedy Pete?
He's gonna go with it. He's just gonna let her do it, and for the moment, he's got some visibility. He's up high, and he's got some cover, and he's lost his heat. So I think he just rides it out.
All right, so let's see. I would like to see how that plays out. So I'm thinking, I would say I might allow a tools because you're kind of manipulating the object that she should be wearing. Slick definitely fits, or I would let you do move with disadvantage because you need to not move and you're a super fast squirrel. Again, disadvantage and advantage are not a thing in this game. I just think it makes it sound funny.
I'm just gonna go with Slick to see if I can hold it up again. So it's still gonna be a 4 for me. For another 4. Suck it, GM. Suck it.
Yeah, always a good,
I want to
always a
give you
good
a stress
perspective
point.
to do when she's still got to do a consequencing. Huh?
I
How's
know.
that gonna go for you?
So you just relax, go limp in her hands, and she puts you around her shoulders as the Monopoly man behind her drops the little metal things he was kind of clinking around in his hand and goes, madam, I don't. And that's as far as you get before we pan over to Nikki Nichols.
Yeah. All right. Nikki lied. He the thing he brought with him was still rope, but with a little grappling hook on the ends. So he upgraded his rope over the night when he came to, and
Paperclip on it.
it's a paperclip, or it's like, you know, what you hang a shower curtain with, all with a rubber band holding
Bent
them
nail.
together. Yeah. So he's gonna
So
try.
I need to remind you, your hand is stuck in a
Oh, yeah.
metal mouse trap
He
at the
knows.
moment. You can just ride. Okay, just making sure.
Oh no, it's part of his new plan. It's a new plan.
God.
He's gonna attempt to get the climb up onto the top of the curtains and come across the curtain rail behind the guy making the announcements with his ropage.
Ooh. All right, roll that rope.
Roll that rope. So the ropage is items are D10s. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Come on, rope. Don't fail me now. You failed me now, rope. That was a D10.
Kinda.
Only kinda. It so my grappling rope rolled a tree. So
All right, so
yeah.
you take that rope, you throw the rope up, you pull it a couple times, seems good, you start climbing up, and you make it like halfway up the curtains. You said that you were a pretty dusty bunny, so
Yeah.
it's not stark white against dark red
No,
curtains.
because I'm all
You make
different
it-
colors, yeah, and I'm pretty dirty.
You make it about half, 3/4 of the ways up, and you start to turn to look, and as you do so, the grappling hook wasn't tied as well as you thought, and not only does it start to loosen, but when you freak out about it, you kind of like do a little hop to just like move it or get it latched better, and the entire curtain rod comes crashing down with the curtain. You wrapped inside, the metal mouse trap
Yes.
smashes into the head of the auctioneer. Clang! He goes down.
That was the plan. Hey!
You're gonna take a point of stress for that,
Oh God.
and just at this moment, animal control comes bursting through the doors.
Well, I have 4 stress, so that's fun.
Ooh, all right, let me narrate animal control and what they look like, and then let's hear what happens when you go feral.
You don't go feral yet. You reach for, you
Oh,
it's
become
after.
ferocious. Yeah, and then another dangerous action can cause it.
If you fail again, you'll go feral.
Yes, you're
think.
ferocious.
Oh, I feel like
now.
Cool.
you're
Perfect.
like hoping it happens. You're rooting for it, Dicey.
Yeah. It's all good.
All right, so bursting through the door, you see a couple people, and one of them is fairly nonchalant, slightly curly hair, long sleeve, kind of brown shirt, dark brown pants, lots of pockets. Have you guys seen the show Animal Control?
I've seen that.
No.
I haven't seen it, but yeah.
It's pretty
It's
funny.
pretty funny. That's the token I put up on the map. And they just take off over towards the people that are screaming the loudest, which is the yuppie couple. But the other guy, they've got sunglasses on, short cropped hair. They actually grab their like button-up shirt, rip it off, and they've got just a wife beater underneath it. They take off their shoes and their socks, throw them to the side,
Oh.
and they just go, I was born for this day. This is why I joined Animal Control. Where are they? Surprise, mother duckers! And because she's the closest, they're going to start running straight at Lady Poundcake.
Okay.
Things have not gotten chaotic at all.
Nope.
Yeah, not at all. It's fine.
Hey, this is Penny Pennington from the Speedy Threesome. Don't make it weird. Now, just because we missed out on the loot of this heist doesn't mean you have to. Head on over to patreon.com/NatFun for lots of cool stuff, even at the free tier. And if you want to subscribe, boy oh boy, you can get yourself access to over 25 hours of additional content. But hey, if you already have enough NatFun loot in your life, How about you spread the wealth a little bit? Tell a friend. Drop a rate and a review on YouTube or your favorite podcast listening network. Maybe even subscribe. There ain't no reason for just one person to have all the loot. All right, you stay here and be the lookout. I gotta make a run for it before animal control spots me.
Well, if she's going to go out, she's going to go out dramatically. So, I think what I want to do, and you can let me know if this is feasible or not. So, you know, the possum turned out to be alive. She had hoped that it wasn't, so she could pretend to be the possum, but that's over with now. Pete is now attached to this woman. Nikki is hanging from the curtain, or was, and then that came down. So, the tablecloth's on the table. Because this is an old hotel, her kind of thought was she would like to go back over there since they see her anyway, light them on fire as part of like an action in the zone to then use her special ability, we're all friends here, to draw all attention in the room and prevent one negative thing from happening.
Nice.
Nice. Okay. I think that sounds fantastic, phenomenal, and wild all at the same time. So if you're going to use your in the zone, you get to roll a d12 to see if you can set those tablecloths ablaze.
All right. Please be kind, D12.
Meh.
All right, here we go.
Nice.
I rolled a 9.
Oh,
That's awesome.
beautiful. You did amazingly well. So anything above a 5 is a total success, no complications. Anything above that is just stacked goodness on top. So I'm just going to hand the trophy over to you to describe this scene and how it plays out so it can play out exactly how you envisioned it, because that crushes it.
Okay, so let me pull up the talent thing real quick because I do want to use some of this. So yeah, we're all friends here. When I'm in the zone, I can put a stop to anything with all attention on me, at least for a moment. So she's going to light the tablecloth on fire, and you know, it was pulled away from part of the table, so she's going to jump up onto the part of the table that will in theory not catch fire. And she's going to yowl as loud as she can and say, "I am Lady Poundcake, fear me," as flames erupt around her from this ancient tablecloth.
That lace
Amazing.
does burn. I tell you.
So question for you, Lady Poundcake. With We're All Friends here, you totally nullify animal control. Absolutely. Now, do you want the flames and attention to be, oh my gosh, we have to save the cat? Or do you want the flames to be, oh my gosh, that cat is from hell, we need to get out of here?
Let's go with the latter. It's a Hellcat.
Hellcat.
We went from Lorax to Hellcat.
All right. So you see as the tablecloth starts to light, for some reason there's an odd draft in here, and even though you lit it on the front side of the tablecloth, this is obviously where you got to first, it actually ignites on the back and becomes this wall of flame behind you as you climb up on the table and yowl out at the crowd. And then it catches the curtains on fire behind it, and you literally have a wall of flame behind you. And you hear people yelling, "We need to get out of here!" Someone runs over, hits the fire alarm, and the old lady that was laughing at everything, her friend's stuff is going to be worthless, stands up and just goes, "No, the prophecy is true. She has returned. You can't have my soul." And she just starts running and taking people out. She trips someone to get to the doors first. It is just absolute chaos before you. People running everywhere, fire alarm blazing, animal control ditching. Let's go back to Speedy Pete. Chilling on Tabitha's shoulders.
No, Speedy Pete will have seen what's happened. He's got a good vantage point up on the shoulders. He's facing that way and saw what Lady Pancake hath brought into the room. And He's like, this is the moment. We've got to do it now. Like, it's all going to hell in here. So I'd like Speedy Pete to run up and to where they have the covered items, the paintings, to just go grab one of them. You said we know there's the Spanksy, and then there's also the cat picture. So I would say maybe we roll to see which one I get to and steal.
I do actually have a third painting that I drafted, so if you want to roll a d6 for me,
All right.
I will assign a 1 or 2 to my number 1 painting, a 3 or 4 to my number 2 painting, and a 5 or 6 to my number 3 painting.
All right.
Are you going to keep it secret until we get back
Yes,
to the
please.
hideout, and then we have to unfurl it?
Yep.
Done.
All right. let's
In
do
front
it.
of the boss.
It's a 3. So that'll be. So I would use my movement to run up to it, and just at that point I would like to. Maybe we could just, if you need it to be a zone, we could do a zone. But just take my nail and just cut out, like I've seen in the movies, just cut the picture out from the frame, roll it up, and start taking off. But I don't know how
Nice.
much you want to do on that one. But
Well, I would say if you want to do, if it's up to you.
Fight that
If you do
painting.
your in the zone, I think all of that could be one, because the in the zone is like a movie scene. It
Yeah,
can be
okay.
more than just one roll. If you want to save that and instead go up there and just pick a random one and slice it, I would say it would probably be a move and a tools check.
let's just use the end zone. Let's go big and get it all out in one. That's multiple rolls. More failures bound to happen.
In the zone.
In the zone.
the
So
zone.
let's roll first and see what the in the zone tells us we're gonna do. It's a 7. Hooray.
Ooh.
All right.
7 works.
So Speedy Pete looking across, seeing the wall of flames. Time to go. Panic state. Just jumps right off the lady's shoulders. I don't think she even notices. He's not very big, and she's clearly distracted. Bolts across the room, leaps up onto the stage, just runs up to the first display he finds. He sees a framed picture. He doesn't know art, so he's seen enough movies that, you know, he flips the picture around and he takes his nail and just slices around the frame, rolls it up, and he pops his head out, and he's just gonna shout, "Got the painting! Let's get out of here!" And that way, you know, he can let his companions know they're good to go.
All right, Nikki.
Yeah.
In a pile of fabric curtains with the curtain rod slightly across you and a mousetrap still stuck on your paw.
No, the mousetrap
What are you
hit the guy. Well, I guess it hit the guy when I came down. Yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, fair enough. Yep. Okay. Well, that would be a 4 stress, and in this particular situation, Nicky is going to lose himself, being he's on the ferocious side at this particular point. He is going to wild out to the extreme, but not his docile bunny wild out, because he is stressed out. He has a mousetrap, and he comes shooting out from under the curtain, like his feet don't even touch the ground. He has big pointy teeth, and he bounces across the room to the yuppies. Then he bounces across to the Monopoly man. He doesn't really bite him that much, but he thinks he has big pointy teeth and claws, and he thinks he's tearing them apart. And there are knights, and he's bouncing back and forth, and then he shoots back behind the curtains, back into the storeroom behind the stage. To wild out.
All right. So for your wild out, all your dice reset.
Yep.
You remove 2 stress.
Yep.
But not the best thing to do in the midst of a heist.
I
So
know,
something
it's what I
bad
was
is going to
thinking.
happen.
Yes.
Nope.
So that old woman that was running away from, Lady Poundcake from hell, she has stopped. She actually rips something out of someone's hands and says, "I'll point this at my enemy, you! Back to hell with you!" As she is holding the Laymore and running towards the table on fire. You all have 1 roll before she throws it.
Okay, fair enough.
So, there's no turn order here, but just knowing kind of the actions that have occurred and the fact that she is kind of funneling her rage at you, Lady Poundcake, what are you doing?
Yeah, probably her first.
You know, she'd probably run up at the lady and try and fight her.
Fight that old broad. Don't take none of that.
Do it, do it, do it.
So, Yeah, that's probably what she'd do. She'd run up and attack her, hoping to get her to drop it away from the fire.
Does it say replica on the side? Should you look at it? You can just study it. It says replica.
Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels here.
Depends on the roll.
Yeah, it does.
All right. 1d8. 3, my lucky number. That has been constantly what I've rolled.
Like saying me tree, you know.
So where do you go? I mean, where do you go for on this old lady? Are you like trying to claw her to make her trip and fall? Are you doing like a total comedic cat cartoon style where you just like run all around her in a giant cloud of claws?
My thought was, you know, when there's like a kitten and it tries to climb up your leg because you have food, she's rapidly trying to climb up this woman to get her to drop it. And also probably to scare her a little bit, but mostly get her to drop the thing away from the fire.
Sounds good. So you do succeed, but there's a complication. So she does drop it, but I'm going to say she drops it rapidly as her arm is moving forward as she throws it towards the fire.
Yeah.
But in this slow motion time frame, we are going to pan to everyone else, but I am going to say that Lady Poundcake takes a point of stress.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Okay. As you watch the Laymore mine slowly careen towards the table of fire. Speedy Pete, you got a painting. What are you doing now?
He's heading to the exit door. Everyone's kind of running towards the main exit door. He's going to head to that side door. It's closest to where he's at. So he's just going to do a move. He's got the painting, and he's heading away from the drama, the excitement, the attention of everything that's going wrong. So that'll be a D8
Let's see it.
for an 8.
Ooh. Nice. So you crush it. If I can ask you to pause your description until we see what Nikki wants to do, because I think with an 8, you will be able to get everyone out of here. I just want to see what the heck Nikki wants to do and if it adds any more fuel to the fire, if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, Nikki, you see the Laymore mine slowly flying towards the fire as Lady Poundcake is scratching and clawing at this old lady. Speedy Pete, a little ways past you. What are you doing?
Actually, I'm behind the curtain where I landed, but luckily, if all goes to plan and I'm in the zone, I have landed in a fully charged Power Wheels Jeep because I'm the wheelman, and I'm making a break. I'm
Wow.
rolling it off the stage and heading for Lady Poundcake, and then I'm going to swing around and get Sneaky Pete, and I'll be dragging the rope behind me, so I'm hoping for a combo shot here to let anybody grab it if they need to, or trip somebody if I roll both dice.
All right, let's see what your D12 roll is there, Nikki Nichols.
Let's see what the D12 does. Okay, pow, pow, Power Wheels. Let's see. Let's see what color it is by the dice roll. That's a 5. So it is a Barbie Jeep. So it doesn't get up and go quite like the the Humvee one, but
Kawasaki
you know it
Ninja.
gets going. So what you see is the curtains part, and there is a rabbit with a cigar in his mouth driving a Jeep off the front of the stage, nosedives, and he starts heading up the middle to get to Lady Poundcake, and then he's gonna do a full Rockford and try to get to the exit door where Speedy is, and he is dragging a rope behind him because he never got that off his leg.
All right, with a 5, you are successful. Lady Poundcake, how do you disembark from the old woman and either grab the rope or hop into the Jeep?
She's going to hiss at the old woman, and then what was that? It was where you like slide across the hood, then
Yeah,
you
full
jump
Dukes
into the
of Hazzard.
passenger seat. There you go.
Nice.
But yeah, she's gonna give her a good hiss of like, maybe swipe at her ankle before they go and get out of there.
The lady starts to fall down. You slide across the hood. You put your paw out. You grab the open windshield and like do a full circle to fall into the passenger seat right next to Nikki Nichols as he hits the turn
Let's cheese
and
it.
makes a beeline for Speedy Pete.
Yeah.
Speedy Pete, You not only are gonna get on the Jeep because he did a 5, he's successsuccessful, but you crushed it
I
with
got an
your
idea
roll.
for this here. Can
Go for it.
I think-
Get all the way outside. You've succeeded.
He's up on the shelf with it. He called out to everyone. I got it. Nikki took the cue, jumped in the Jeep. The team's coming together now. It's flawless. We are working like a well-oiled machine. He leaps across that door and hits the bar with full force, so it pops open, bounces off of it, and that's when Nikki comes by and he just drops right into the back of the Jeep, and they drive right out the door.
Amazing.
I want A-Team music in the background.
And as you drive out the door, you look so cool. As if you're just driving down the street. And behind you, a massive ball of flames, action movie style behind you
I didn't
as
know
you
Michael Bay
drive
lived in
out
this
of
neighborhood.
as you drive out of the hotel with a rolled up painting. You're out.
No one looks
You're,
back.
you're scot-free.
No.
Just fire
No
behind
one looks
us.
back.
Right through to the bushes, down the park, getting out of here.
I'm sorry I lost your cane, but it was put to good use.
I'll get another one. I got a whole box of them. Give you back your beaded necklace.
Nice.
She'll put it back on.
So the battery's not great on this thing. You are able to limp it along to one house down from your backyard. And you're able to make it back to your house. You get to the grotto.
Nikki wipes the car down before they leave with his ears.
So it's more
Wish I had
dirty.
some matches. You're supposed to burn them when you leave them.
No one has followed you. You get to the grotto. It's the moment of truth.
Oh, God.
Speedy Pete, it's time to unroll the painting.
What number did you roll?
3.
3, right? in
So
the middle,
yeah,
son.
Speedy Pete will take it and see. Got the art you guys wanted, right?
And as it unfurls itself, you see kind of it almost looks like a stamp because it's just black and white for almost all of the painting. Pretty hard lined. And there's a little bunny with a cigar. There's a cat with a big fluffy coat on with orange flames right behind her. And standing just above them is a squirrel, the leather jacket, popping the collar, with a grin on his face.
Look at that. Life imitates art. I love it.
And on the other side, a green dumpster. You got the Spanksy.
Yeah!
Oh! I did not think that's what we got.
Yes. We're freaking famous.
And on that sweet, sweet victory, we are going to end our fun shot of Critter Force 5. Thank you guys for
I need
playing.
the Jeep back. Need to find a
I was
long
wondering-
extension cord.
I was wondering what was going to happen if we had the wrong painting. Like, I just didn't know where that was going to go. Like, were we going to
sleep
die?
with the
Were we
fishes.
gonna paint over it and just try to, like, pretend, like, pawn it off? Like,
That'd be good. That's another adventure.
Sounds like you're asking for a third episode, Dan.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so I always ask whenever we play a new game system, did you have fun?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good
Yeah, I like
time.
Great.
I think it takes getting the, like, the pressure at the end where you're just, like, everything starts going wrong to really get it, like, kick it up and force our hand.
Yeah, really make the system do what it's supposed to, and yeah, get the blood pressure going so you start making decisions and burning dice.
And this game system is new to you, Dicey. What did you think of Breathless and Critter Force 5?
I really liked it. One thing that I really appreciated was, we spent a lot of time in the basement, and that made things much more tense in the ballroom. And so I absolutely loved that piece. It also made the, successes still whittle you down too. So on your
Yeah.
specialty dice. So it's not even just
Yep.
about succeeding. It's about timing things, and balancing that aspect. So I really liked it a lot. And I liked the, wilding out and the stress and all that definitely made you have to choose very carefully.
Yeah, I love breathless game systems because it adds drama and tension without having to have a huge storyline and plot and things you remember. It just gets wild. And I know in the last episode, you guys rolled pretty good. There weren't a lot of bad things that happened. Like, you just barely kept it going. But this time, way more went wrong. I was not expecting curtains to crash, animal control to be running in, people to be screaming and panicking, the cat to hop up on the table and set it ablaze. Like, this was so much more than I expected. It was an absolute blast for me. What was each of your favorite moments you did in this fun shot? If you can think of one thing that was oh, I loved this. For me, it was the Speedy threesome. I had a lot of fun making that crew.
I kind of wanted to interact with him. I was a little bummed I didn't get a chance. How you doing?
I think I'm your daughter. No.
Whatever.
Oh, geez. No.
No.
I think for me, I like the simple thing of just trying to, when you the interaction with threesome, and I was out on the floor and I was like, what am I going to do here? Like, obviously I could run away, but instead of let's just try to hide here, right out in the open, and just nailing the roll on that so I could enjoy that moment of it succeeded. It worked as I hoped
That's
it would.
squirrel's part.
Despite
awesome.
only having a 4. So, I thought that was a great part of it for me.
Yeah, and you got back-to-back 4s too.
Yeah.
You did.
That was cool.
Sorry, Jim. It's so rude.
For me, I always like to, look at stuff my character did, but I think the flying squirrel bit was amazing. That was probably my favorite in the whole thing.
That was good.
With, but if I'm looking at my own character, otherwise I'd say the whole debacle, which I knew it was probably going to be in the dumbwaiter, but it went so great, and I just wanted to play with that and have fun in there, and that was kind of a kick.
I think even Ethan Hunt got stuck under the elevator in at least one of the laser elevator tubes, so you're among fellow spies on that one.
Nice.
Nice.
That's a miss.
For mine, I guess it's probably the getting to replicate the Elmo fire meme with a cat.
That's fantastic.
It wasn't Witness Me, but it was pretty close.
That was amazing. Well, I had an absolute blast with this one, but before we sign off, I did want to throw it back at you briefly, Dicey. Dicey Vim, where can people find the other things that you do?
So I stream pretty regularly on Twitch. You can come hang out with us on Sundays for spooky games or horror games, and then on Mondays for board games. You can find us on twitch.tv/diceyvim.
And on that note,
we hope you can find yourself a heist,
and a hideout.
And some critters.
So you can loot into your own NatFun.
Nice.
Good night.
Bye.
Good job.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Okay, I didn't bring out the big
Look what
ones.
I have created.
Oh, yeah, crimes.
Fire!
Crimes!
Crimes!
I didn't hear the go word.
I hope you enjoyed the ridiculous antics our criminal critters got up to in our fun shot, The Ferocious 5. And if you want to roll into your own ridiculous heists, I recommend checking out Critter Force 5 by Groove Games. It's 2 pages, packed with high-stakes jobs, hilarious character options, and some creative complications for the players. It's simple to pick up, play, and roll into your own NatFun at your table. You can check it out for yourself at Groove, that's GROOV-games.itch.io, as well as a variety of other games and supplementary resources for your tabletop, including many for Grimwild, a streamlined, character-driven cinematic fantasy RPG. We'll have a link in the show notes and on our website, natfunpodcast.com. And as always, please like, subscribe, and share. Speaking of sharing, do you want to hear what's coming up next for NatFun? We are going to be stepping into a game of legendary items and transient heroes in the solo game system Artifact by Mousehole Press. You can even check out the trailer right now. Brazen overconfidence, unexpected heroism, an epic plan to silence an epic evil, time lost waiting for rescue, and murder. These are the stories of Faust's blade and the deck of the Try, magical artifacts as they pass through the hands of many different keepers. What has time done to them after the story of the heroes ended? Find out here on NatFun as we play Artifact, a solo RPG by Mousehole Press. You can listen on YouTube, your favorite podcast listening network, Patreon, and our website, natfunpodcast.com.